Video will help you with two pieces in Frontline. The first one we are going to do is entering a class in Frontline. So you'll notice that first what you'll do is you'll go into Frontline and you'll need to log in. So click the sign in button. And when Frontline loads, it typically takes you to the absence page. Because we want to enter a class in for CEUs, you're going to want to go up to the top left corner, click on this, and change it from Abscess Management to Professional Growth. Once you get Professional Growth, you'll see this screen appear. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you can see this button right here, the Activities button. If you do not see this button that says Activities, you do not have the right permissions to enter in courses into Frontline and to submit CEUs. If you do not see that button, please contact Ty Williamson to get the correct rights. So I want to enter a new class and give and issue some CEUs. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this Activities button and click Add Activity. This will be the new course or the new hours that I want to complete. When I start with Add Activity, I'm going to add it to the Shakopee School District calendar. So I'll click on that Shakopee School District calendar and it'll ask me some questions for the activity profile. For this activity, I'm going to put in some CEUs for leadership for our instructional coaches. So the activity title will be 2019 Instructional Coach Leadership. It's in the Shakopee School District calendar. And then I need to put an activity description. So for this description, I'm going to put leadership opportunities throughout the year working with teachers during professional development. All right, scrolling down, excuse me, you'll see relicensure category. It does not meet any of the relicensure categories, so it's just a regular or general CEU. So I'm going to click on no special requirement. Clock hour category. I'm going to give this as a leadership experience. More often than not, when you're entering CEUs, you will be choosing the staff development or activities in service. So I'm going to click on the clock hour category. And for audience, I'm going to leave it blank. Now I have to come down to session dates and information. So number of meetings. We are going to have one meeting. That meeting date is on January 8th of 2020. The start time is 4 p.m. and end time is 8 p.m. You'll just enter the time or the hours that you have. Location, this is going to be at the district office. You will put your building in there. And the number of hours. This activity lasts 4 hours. There is no dinner or breaks in between, so they will get 4 CEUs for this activity. This catalog viewing option where it says start showing and stop showing means how long it will appear in that Shakopee District catalog. This also is how long people will be able to go in and register for the course. So I'm going to start showing it today, 11/14/2019, and I'm going to stop showing it on the day of the activity's completion. So that is January 01 of 8 of 2020. The provider of this service, you will always choose Shakopee School District 720. Now let's look at registration and approvals. Process registrations on. How am I going to issue those CEUs? I'm going to choose enrollment form. Enrollment form allows me to be able to go in and add people's names and take attendance all online. Whenever you are creating a class, you probably want to choose enrollment form, meaning they could sign up for it online or I could pre-register them myself. These boxes right here, form approval, quick approval, edit Form A, you can leave at no. Max participants, this will be the maximum number that can register. So I know that we have 9 ICs. I'm going to put 10 just in case. That allows me to have some flexibility in adding people. An event that this activity is part of. Let's take a look at our drop downs. It's not part of NVCI training. It's not a required activity like bloodborne pathogens, and it's not part of our Para Institute. So I'm going to just leave that blank. I'm also going to leave the wait list blank. I'm not going to have people register, and this is only for if you said there's 25 people that could register for a class, and then anyone after from 25 to 35 would be put on a waiting list until someone cancels the class. Activity resources. This is where we could put in an evaluation. At this time, we are not putting in any evaluations here, so you can just leave that blank. Please find your name in the instructor tab. So I'm going to scroll down, highlight my name. And then the reason. Please always choose certified staff relicensure. This will make sure that we'll go into the category for teachers to submit it to the state to renew their license. You may choose to click more than one for the purpose, but always choose certified staff relicensure as one of them. Goals and objectives, this is up to you. This is a way that we can track to see where our professional development is being offered. So this is a leadership opportunity for our instructional coaches, and they are going to be working on gradual release of responsibility and authentic learning. Through the 6 C's, we're not really going to dig in too much from that. We're going to live in the critical instructional practices, and we're going to be really focusing on instruction. You can choose to connect or check as many boxes as you want in the set goals and objectives. Again, that's up to you as an instructor. Building restrictions. At this time, I would ask that you do not use the building restrictions. These restrictions would allow only a building to see the course that you are offering. And while that is a great idea and we'll use it in the future, because it is the first year, we have a lot of teachers that have moved buildings and we do not have them adequately or correctly assigned to a building. An example of this was when I chose to only show the high school PD to the high school. I found out that the 9th grade teachers at the high school were still connected to the old junior high buildings and therefore were not able to register for the October PD day. If we leave all of them unchecked, that allows everyone in the district to be able to sign up for that class. That is what we want because we have traveling teachers and teachers who are not assigned to the correct building. Department restrictions. This would send it only to certain groups. Again, I would ask that you just leave that open so that everyone can see it. As well as grade restrictions. Keep those just open so that everybody can see the course. Now for group restrictions, one thing that you can check, since these are for teachers, is you can check the SEA, State Educators Union. Every single licensed teacher is in the SEA, State Educators Union. So this will give you every single teacher in our district, whether they've joined the union or they have not joined the union. All right? Keep scrolling down. We're almost done. All of these things you're going to keep unchecked. Teachers do not need to add a file to prove that they went to staff PD days. So now I am done. I'm going to click the Save button. And as you can see, it was saved for 1/8/2020, 4 to 8 p.m. at the district office for certified staff relicensure. The activity details are right here. It's called 2019 Instructional Coach Leadership, and there's a maximum of 10 participants that can enroll. That is the first section, how to enter a class into Frontline. Now let's take a look at the second part, taking attendance and submitting CEUs. So for the purposes of this event, we already have our course right here. I could click Manage and take attendance. So now I'm going to manage the activity. For this activity, I'm going to need to confirm attendance. Who is coming to this staff development? I'll click on Confirm Attendance.